So is this the type of gear you'll be wearing on the channel?
It is. This is the peak one that
Andy North back in training for yet another gruelling journey to raise money for ABF, the Soldiers' Charity. Last year, he and his fellow runner and cyclist, Dave Edwards, successfully completed 12 marathons and 12 60-mile bike rides in just 12 days from John O'Groats to Land's End and raised over £30,000 for the charity. This year, as the map on their webpage and the kayak training suggests, the route will be different and, of course, longer.
You just start remembering all the positive things about doing such a challenge and what a difference it's made, the money that we raise for the charity. So, you know, you have these dreams and focuses about things, and we always really wanted to try and do something going across Europe. So to go British Forces, Catterick Garrison, to Gibraltar British Forces seemed like a good, it's about 1,800 miles. So it seemed like coming up with how to get from A to B seemed a good opportunity this year.
The framing of it is quite tight, so have your oar more forward and aft than parallel. That's good.
This year, Andy will complete the full length of the challenge, but Dave and others will join him for different sections en route. A new charity will also benefit.
This year we've added the Forces Children's Trust. They won a Millie Award at the Millie Awards on the TV back end of last year, and after having seen that and the fantastic work that they do, a very small charity raising money for children who have lost a mum or a dad, you know, in war in Afghanistan or Iraq, and they provide help and support for them and look after them, and the fantastic work that they did. Contacted Denny Wise from that charity the next day, got straight through to him. Helpful, polite, really nice, positive person. So, you know, we've added that to the charity. That was a big plus.
The ABF gave us an honorary award, presented it to us at the Sage Centre in Gateshead last year after we did the challenge, and that was a real honour to think we'd done something that met with such approval.
I can give you a good example of where the money goes. I was with Corporal Andy Reid, who lost 3 limbs in Afghanistan 18 months ago. It was, and he was proud to show me in his house that the ABF had provided, that's ABF, the Soldiers' Charity, had provided a lift that went through his garage into his upstairs, which enabled him to get up and downstairs really easily and freely. He also, they've put in ramps, they've put in things in his kitchen equipment and things that enabled him to make me a cup of tea and wash up, you know, and just live a normal life, you know, and he was really pleased, proud about that. Basically, the funding and the money that's given is for life for a soldier, because soldiers coming back from combat have got combat stress. Sometimes that doesn't come out immediately, it comes out years and years later. So the backlash from the Falklands, you know, people were being affected by this 10 years afterwards, and the anticipation now, because of Afghanistan, there's going to be a huge increase in funding requirement for the ABF, the Soldiers' Charity. Currently requirement is about £7 million, and that is within the next 4 or 5 years expected to rise to £14 million. The task this year is to go from Catterick Garrison on Friday the 19th of August and travel down through Bedford into London and kayak on the Thames to do some PR shots, some opportunity there, and then we're running every day. We're running in the morning and we're cycling in an afternoon down to Dover. We're then going to kayak over the English Channel, and we've hooked up with an expedition leader called Richard Harpham of the Big 5 Kayak Challenge, and he's well renowned in the UK for kayaking all around the world, Alaska, etc. So he's training and providing the support for us as we go across the Channel. And then we're basically going on through France, Bordeaux to Pau, south of France, and then we're going to cycle a couple of the Tour de France routes over the Pyrenees into Spain, and then running and cycling, running in the morning, cycling in the afternoon around Madrid down towards Gibraltar.
Bear down on it. That's it, get a bit of shoulder in it.
And if last year is anything to go by, Andy will certainly achieve his goal and raise those funds. And here's how you can help him reach the target.